I knew I needed a reason not to put on my pants.
Hello, and welcome to Reviews, Riffs, and Reactions. My name is Nick.
I'm Brendan.
And today we are going to be reviewing Purgatory by Despised Icon.
Yeah, so we took this weekend to listen to the new album that dropped on Thursday night. Was it
Friday morning?
Friday morning, yeah. And I've actually been listening to Despised Icon since 2002, like when their first album came out. They were also like really popular on MySpace back in those days.
Oh, the MySpace days.
The early deathcore.
Yeah, I actually don't listen to Despised Icon at all, so this was something new for me.
Which I thought was good, because I thought you'd give it a listen. And I was interested to hear what you had to say about it, since you didn't really know what to expect.
Yeah, there's a lot of interesting stuff. This album is ferocious. It's really fast.
It's a good description.
But the thing actually that I was the most interested in checking out was the fact that there are two vocalists. But it wasn't working for me.
Wasn't your cup of tea?
No. The guy who does the low screams was really good. Like, the songs with like the pig squeals on them, I really enjoyed. But the other guy who's just kind of like shouting, I didn't care for that so much.
I always call that the room temperature screaming.
Yeah. I guess I usually kind of more refer to them as like mid screams.
Yeah.
But there's definitely still some heavy hitting songs. When you get past the intro, that first track, it punches you right in the mouth.
Knocked out. It was good to hear. Obviously, they've been on a big break, and I don't really follow them too closely, knowing what they're up to and stuff. So whenever they release a new track, or they say they're in the studio, it's always exciting, because I'm always curious, because it seems like with every album they try a lot of different ideas and things that aren't really, I guess, normal for them. But what's normal for them is them being very. They add a lot of sound. That's what this album is. Definitely the buffet of Despised Icon. It's got a little bit of everything, which was really good. I kind of wanted more. I kind of wanted more of I really enjoyed the low growls and the pig squeals and stuff. And it seemed like in the earlier days that they had these really epic breakdowns, but this one just kind of had the tastefully well placed breakdowns. I don't know. It's definitely Despised Icon. I don't necessarily think it's their best stuff ever, but it's good to hear from them again.
Yeah, there was one thing that I noticed on my first listen of the album, and that was definitely just how many different styles of vocals there are across all the songs. There's the pig squeals, there's high screams, there's the mid screams, there's those, I don't know what you call them, where it just starts as almost like a talking level and then just goes into a scream. There's a lot of variety as far as the vocals go.
So kind of with early deathcore, I always have this factor where it's obviously I think a lot of us when we were younger, we would jam our albums in the car and try to get that scare factor out of the music. You're cruising through the Walmart parking lot making all the old ladies go, well, I never. So Despised Icon's definitely loud and aggressive and fast and crazy. So I'm glad that formula wasn't lost in this album. So obviously, for the fans of Despised Icon, this is pretty good. It's definitely them. You can hear it from a mile away, especially if you're old.
There's a few things I really liked. Again, the variety of vocal styles was really interesting. The songs themselves, taking the vocals out, the songs were really cool. There were a few parts that really stood out to me, especially the main riff for Snake in the Grass. That riff was really cool, but overall, this is not something I'm going to be going back to just because of the vocals.
Understandable.
Was there anything that stood out to you a lot?
Not necessarily. Again, listening to this band for 15 years, they're not going to surprise me with anything, it doesn't seem like. Yeah, there was nothing in the album that was made me rewind and listen again and again and, crave a track or anything.
If people are already fans of Despised Icon, you'd say that, it's what they would expect.
Yeah.
They would enjoy it?
Yeah. At least they didn't pull out acoustics and start singing.
Hey, I mean, sometimes you need a break. you gotta get around the campfire.
They didn't flock of seagulls their hair and whip out the keytar. Like,
but I mean, would that really be that bad?
No.
So that was Purgatory by Despised Icon. If you liked the album, then let us know what you think in the comments. And don't forget to give us a like and subscribe. And this week we'll be having a second video up, which is a little bit of original music by us. So stay tuned for that. Thanks. Bye.
Thanks for putting up with us.